The 2026 Virginia Triple Crown starts here with the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200. Sit back and enjoy this one from South Boston.
Landon Lewis leads the field, the back straightaway. Everybody's okay so far, but we always hold our breath in moments like these. Look at this, it's three wide, it's cars everywhere. Who can make heads or tails of all the action out there? Landon Lewis has jumped out to a one-car length advantage.
Big movement, Bumgarner up to the high side. Carson Brown moved him out of the way after getting a little bit loose in turn two. Connor Hall down to the bottom. Bumgarner is being kicked out of the way. Look at the double zero of Burrow moving him out of the way.
Yeah, that was tight there as Carson Brown and Michael Bumgarner had a little bit of contact. You could just see the hornet's nest forming through the field. We've seen two, we've seen three wide, all the way back outside of the top 30. Bumgarner trying to recover on the outside of that blue number 5 of Carson Brown. That's for position of, and a big wreck on the front straightaway. Mini Tyrell got the worst end of it. A number of competitors involved. Curious to see kind of where that all started. You see it on our speed shot. It looked like a little bit of contact.
Is that Aiden Millette? Oh, and then a big stack up.
It may have been Tyler Matthews and Carson Lofton may have been kind of around where that originated.
Millette survived. He skated out of it right there behind Tyler. Caden Quapple in the famed 88. Lewis starting from pole. It's the restart through the gutter works, or they'll go to the gutter works green flag in the Empower Broadband restart zone. We are restarted and back underway in the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200.
Pretty good roll off from Caden Honeycutt. He's pulled door to door with Quapple. Honeycutt outside, high line. Quapple downstairs low. There's still 2x2 throughout the rest of the field. Look at Honeycutt putting some heat on the back bumper of Landon Lewis.
Yeah, there were a couple of drivers that went a lap down. Chase Murphy went 2 laps down, getting some repairs on that. We got one car that's slow.
In trouble.
Yeah,
fender rub.
Slow at the top of 3 and 4, and he's not going to be able to find a way to get down to the pit lane before the field has passed him by. So Bean limping on the front stretch here to see if he can get down low. He is smoking a lot.
He's able to get down. Look at this. Fight is on. Door to door for the lead already with lap 187 to go. Caden Honeycutt will take it. 29 Landon Lewis will move out of the way. Honeycutt back to the lead. With all these drivers stacked up too wide, can drivers on the bottom take advantage of that, wrap the bottom and keep that momentum? Because drivers are in a train track. They're being slowed by the driver front. Ward, he's slow and caution is out. That is why he is slow. Caution on the racetrack.
One car stopped at the entry of what looks like turn number 3. Somewhat out of our vantage point up here in the booth.
Warp speed now as they get ready to enter the Empower Broadband restart zone. It's rip and run time again at South Boston Speedway. Honeycutt, the control car, and it looked like he got a good roll off there to get started coming out of turn 2 with some pace.
And Quapple going to try to pull alongside there. Landon Lewis, the number 29. Going to try to take advantage of that high lane choose, and he's going to do just that. Quapple slides up off the corner, gets into 3rd, and Yarborough going to try to take advantage again. Ryan Millington, so impressive what he's done in that number 9 car. Had a venture with it that lasted about a year with Taylor Satterfield Racing over the course of the last year. He's back in a PRW house car, the chassis that he raced with his family-owned race team. And he struggled there with Satterfield. They parted ways, and here he is running top 5 in a Triple Crown race. It's a huge pickup for Millington and that team. He really needed a run like this. You can see there's just nowhere to rest back here. 2x2, almost 3 wide. The Fogelman was looking off the corner. It's hard to know exactly where to go, and I think we just have a lot of cars back here that are kind of trapped on the bottom of the racetrack. They want to try to move up, but top lane is clogged with race cars right now.
It's gridlock. All lights are red in NYC. That's what it feels like for these drivers. I've got nowhere to go. We got to move out of the way. Sellers is one of those. He's moved up a couple positions, but he's really been locked in too wide. 8 of Connor Waddell has gotten past Grady, so he's continuing to march forward. He's up to 15th now, gentlemen.
Yeah, Pimbleton was running the bottom just behind Peyton Sellers, and again was kind of leaning into that quarter panel, trying to give him a little bit of space there. Oh, in fact, he's going to get into him, and it's going to spin Andrew Grady around. Lee Pulliam also involved in it. Brandon Pierce spins behind, and the caution is out yet again. Another instance of contact between those two as we take another look at it. Just ahead of them, you can see Pimbleton and Sellers make that contact. Pulliam is in the middle of 3 wide. despite the fact that he's running next to the yellow line.
I got flat out run over. I was clear, and the next thing I know, somebody just pow drove me, and we're in the fence. I don't know if it was the 0 or the 26, but I'm going to find out, and whichever one it was, we're going to have a conversation, because that's bullshit.
Through the Empower Broadband restart zone they go. Let's kick it back in gear. He's looking to the inside of the 5 of Carson Brown. Started back in 13th for Ward, and now he's about to be up into 7th. He is doing such a great job. We've seen him plenty of times be able to move his way forward.
Dudley, he's tried to build up a run off of 2. He's just had that 20 car of Carson Lofton to his inside. Oftentimes when he tries to make a move again, that's the battle for 19th behind Tate Fogelman. Left-hand side of your screen, Trevor Ward up into 5th, gets by that 95.
I was wondering if it was one of those moments just where you get a little bit slow, Blake, but obviously there might have been trouble as Tate Fogelman. He's getting sideways.
So Fogelman saves it. Millington with the problem. It's going to put him behind the wall and out of this race under green. Fogelman will continue to soldier on, and in fact, he's going to fall into the clutches of your race leader, and Caden Honeycutt, who just squeezes on by. And, well, by the way, that's Ronnie Bassett Jr. right there that just went a lap down for Nelson.
How fearless was that for Honeycutt? We've seen Honeycutt know when to push those buttons, know when to stomp the floor a little bit. We've seen some other drivers do well with that, including Trevor Ward, who's got himself in the top 5. That's a pretty healthy-looking top 5.
Oh, trouble into turn 1. One car up into the outside wall. It is Donovan Strauss and Tate Fogelman.
Turn
a
1.
Huge hit.
And Fogelman, that was after.
Yeah.
Donovan Strauss, there's the contact. Yep. The initial contact that gets Strauss all out of sorts. He backs it into the fence. And then well after, I mean, that may have been contact. Who was that? Maybe Jason Myers?
We'll have to get another look.
Looking at that car, it looks like comes down off the wall just a little bit. And yeah, when he's venturing down, he hits the right rear quarter of the other 9 car in our field, Aiden Millette. Once that clock starts, the work begins. You can see a number of drivers climbing out, and there they go.
Horn has been blown immediately. Immediately teams to cars.
Let's talk about the rules on this again. It's a 10-minute work session. You get 2 fresh tires. You can go Packers in or out, spring rubber in or out, track bar adjustment, cross weight adjustment, add some fuel as well. Everything else has got to be approved by our officials.
Man, it's hot. It's just so humid out there, and it's so mentally tough to race around the racetrack. That's why I love it, man. Just yeah, great race car so far. I can't thank my top most-two racing guys enough. I think no matter how this halfway goes, the rest of the half, I'm just super proud of the effort. Thanks to Forrest and all my race guys, man.
Honeycutt, Quapple, into the restart zone. Green flag, back out. Carson Lofton, you can see that number 20 car just behind the 41 and 51. That's Woody Howard and Bumgarner, respectively. Was outside of the top 20 was Carson Lofton before we restarted this race, and back up in the top 15, looking to try to crack the top 10. So is Brandon Lopez. Made a little bit of progress in passing a couple of cars since we dropped it back. There's Drake Cruz right there, car number 10, RNS. We talked about the amount of cars that they have out here this weekend at South Boston Speedway, and Cruz making his way by Yarborough to get inside the top 10.
Meanwhile, Honeycutt, he's being held up a little bit. He's going to get by Chase Burrow, but he's back behind Kyle Dudley, and he will ship it down to the inside. He is taking no prisoners.
No, such trust in the handling of that machine, guys.
Caden Honeycutt, though, they are nearly 3 wide in front of him. Woody Howard, Carson Lofton, a couple of cars that he has to try to get around with 38 laps to go. But Trevor Ward, 1.1 seconds back. That gap has significantly shrank in the last few laps.
He is running out of time to catch your race leader, Caden Honeycutt. You know, Connor Hall was going for 3 in a row in this race. Honeycutt is going for 3 in a row in the racetrack, or at the racetrack. Won the Cars Tour event here last fall, won our Crush 250. This one, I think, when you ask him, is going to feel as big as those.
Trevor Ward to try to chase down Honeycutt. It had gotten to about 1.7 seconds. It's now down to 1.2 as Ward to the outside of Bumgarner. You can see him. He's now within frame. But 9 laps to go. He's got to figure it out quickly, but he made up a 10th that time.
He now has the Superman Blake Stallings to work around. Stallings will drift high up the racetrack and let Honeycutt have some room there. Ooh, Stallings kind of squeezed him down a bit coming out of turn 2, fellas.
Got a little loose. That's going to help Trevor Ward catch him. That is 10th place that Honeycutt is putting a lap down right now. 4 to go. Trevor Ward down to 0.6 of a second. Here they come to the white flag. 1 to go.
Looks like Honeycutt is going to have enough to hold on. He's going to meet some lappers in front of him. Can Trevor Ward make something out of this or not? That's Chase Johnson in front of Honeycutt. Honeycutt dives down low. He's coming out of turn 4. Caden Honeycutt is your race winner in the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200. The storms were hit and miss all day. They mostly missed, but Caden Honeycutt with a big hit here on this final Saturday in June. Here we go, fans. Make some noise for him. Let him hear you as he comes out. Elevate and celebrate time for one of the best. Caden Honeycutt is a winner in the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200. What a shot right there as he takes a bow in front of this great crowd.
Front row is Chris Elliott, Tristan Brunelli. Let's get it on for limited sportsman action at the Budweiser Limited Sportsman. Credit works, green flag is in the air.
Scoreboard still says 200 laps up there, but it's 40 for the Budweiser Limited Sportsman as Brunelli and Elliott lead them up front. There's good action further back in that field. Drew Dawson with a decent start to the race. He's going to try to look inside of Chris Elliott and see if maybe he can sneak his way up into second, but don't count out Dennis Holdren. Caution is out. We've got 3 cars stacked up in between 1 and 2, right under that scoreboard. Trouble there early for some drivers in the rear of the field.
Correct race car as well.
And LaPrade, let's take a look here, and then we'll get to chat about him. Ross Montcastle way in the back. That was Chris Hopkins in the 39 that was involved with the 88.
Yeah, and there were Dawson was connected with Mountcastle. They were kind of sliding into that turn as they were getting into the camera shot. It's still Brunelli and Elliott up front. Brunelli on the high side, Elliott low. That's Drew Dawson trying to stick his nose in there again in the white number 8. And we got to get a close-up at some point of Drew Dawson's new wrap, the new paint scheme with the patriotic look. And Drew Dawson, oh yeah, he is looking to get by Hopkins. No problem there. Let's see what Drew Dawson can do with Tristan Brunelli. A note, both of these guys have won twice this season. Ooh, how about the run from your guy Dan Rogers, Scott, the 33 moving towards the front. And then also Brian Rundstrom Jr. Rundstrom Jr., 2-time race winner this season. McGowan has been looking for much better results, but again, he is working on his racecraft. He is working on how he handles the wheel, works the throttle and the brake, and seems to be improving quite a bit, although Rundstrom will take the spot for him as they slide onto the back straightaway. Jacob Derrick, if you don't remember, race fans, he won on debut last year when he came to South Boston Speedway, May 24th. Also a P5 that night. He won the first race of our season this year on April 4th. So anytime he's turned up at the racetrack here, Jacob Derrick has been a force.
White flag this time for the 18 of Tristan Brunelli. Led every lap so far in this race. Started up on pole. He did the same thing 2 weeks ago, but he was out on lap 2 with a coil wire issue. Last year he won 1 race. In 2026 he'll win his 3rd, and it's on Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200 weekend. Tristan Brunelli does it again.
As they see the gutter works green flag, it's BJ Reeves, Jay Hemingway up front. Southside Disposal Pier stocks are back, and we're back at South Boston Speedway.
Again, they've had very limited track time all weekend because the practice sessions got moved around all earlier today as we were dodging the weather and kind of having to make some schedule adjustments. So they've had very little track time, and hey, take all the fact that there's no rubber on the racetrack either. So very short race. They're going to have to figure it out pretty quickly as Hemingway had a little bit of a run there out of turn 2.
Watch out for Jay Hemingway, a good bolt out of turn 2, and he will pull side by side with BJ Reeves, who washed high up the racetrack.
Hemingway making it work. Seen him win once before. It came in his 5th start of his career. Maybe he can make it 2 tonight, under 10 career starts. Look at Johnny Lane. The hole is open. He's trying to follow through the 12 inside of the 11 of BJ Reeves. But look at this, pressure.
Oh.
And look at Hemingway. He is mega sideways. Lane won't be able to take advantage. Didn't have enough momentum, but he is going to get to the bumper right in one. Man, Kyle, Johnny Lane can just drive it so much deeper, but Hemingway has that speed off.
That pressure that Lane is trying to apply, again, going all the way down to the bottom like we saw earlier in the day, and finally he's able to stay alongside almost off of turn 2. Lane looking to the bottom, using every bit of that apron. Not a lot of banking down there, but there's some speed to be found as Lane will come back to the stripe. 5 to go. He's your new leader.
And golly, 3-time champion for Johnny Lane. And this season, he has done something that he's never done before, and now he'll do it for the first time. History has been made once again. A 38th career win, and he breaks it for his historic for Southside Disposal Pure Stocks.
Gutterworks green flag time for the Dollar General Hornets. Chris Pennick, good start, keeping Landon Milam at bay, at least temporarily anyway. That's Pennick in the green speed towing, number 4 up front with the field in tow.
And I got to say, it was not a good launch for Kendall Milam, who was just behind. He lined up 4th, and he is near the back of the field, so did not get going on that restart. Meanwhile, Cameron Goebel, that 18 car, trying to make some progress through the field with the driver change coming from the back, trying to go to the front. Well, again, that's the difference between having a racetrack that everybody had just run on. You had 43 cars, 200 laps, a lot of rubber laid down, and, well, then you had the rain come and wash it all off. So a completely different racetrack that these drivers have compared to what they had earlier in the day.
Next up is to grab that checkered flag. Chris Pennick is going to hit the back straightaway, and the Dollar General Hornets can say they have had 3 first-time winners this year. Pennick, little wiggle there coming out of corner 4, but no problems keeping it straight across the start-finish line. Chris Pennick, the man from Rustburg, is a winner in the Dollar General Hornets division at South Boston Speedway